they took me out on the field to train me. Nobody opened the door. But you see, that didn't discourage me. No one opened the door. Maybe we had one person open the door and she said, no, I'm not interested. And the guy started talking to me. The gentleman that was training me, Ramon is part of the business. It doesn't matter. See, my goals and dreams are bigger than this.
Okay.
I have goals. And if somebody can make 100,000 doing this, I'm doing it.
Right.
I'm doing it. So I went with it. It was weird, a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But again, when your goals are bigger, you don't care.
Right.
I have to get up and do what I have to do.
That,
Did I
that
think
necessity again?
the necessity? Did I think, what am I doing? Of course I did. Did I think this is really difficult and challenging? I did. But at the same time, I knew that if I kept going, I would be where I'm at today.
Fire.
Welcome, Senior Life family, to another All Fired Up podcast. Today I have special guest with me, Ramon. Ramon, how are we feeling today?
Man, I'm feeling incredible. I'm feeling amazing.
Awesome. And Ramon, for anybody that hasn't met you yet, kind of tell us a little bit about your background, where you came from, and just a little bit about you.
Well, I'm 55 years young.
Okay.
For those of you that don't know me, I'm Ramon Frias. Came from the Dominican Republic at the early age of 15.
Okay.
Did not speak the language.
Right. So, yeah, Spanish would be your first language?
Spanish is my first language.
Okay.
Excited to be in America. Grateful to be in America, the land of opportunity.
Okay.
And, came to America at that age to New York City.
Oh, wow. Okay.
My parents brought me to New York. And I was super excited. I said, look at these buildings. Oh, my God, it's a beautiful country. So, coming at 15, 1 year in the States, 16, my father passed.
Oh, my goodness.
So, it's like, wow, what do I do now?
You're in a new land, your support system.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My mom, my sisters.
That's tough.
It was tough. It was difficult. It was strange. And it was scary. But we go through things.
Right.
And I had to figure it out early on in my life. Become a man real quick.
Yeah.
Do what you have to do to survive. So went on to high school, finished that up.
Okay.
And work at the age of 16. I already had a job,
Okay.
2 jobs,
What were you doing at 16?
grocery stores,
Okay.
grocery stores.
Yeah, I mean, everybody starts somewhere, just.
Yeah, you got to start
Yeah.
somewhere. And the funny thing is, Will, that my dad was a superintendent
Okay.
for a building. So he was teaching me some stuff. But again, I'm so young.
Right.
And he was also attending sort of like a parking garage deal where people park their cars. That was his part-time.
Okay.
So when my
Gotcha.
dad passed, I went to the owner and said, I want to do it. I can do it. He said, you're too young. I said, you got to give me the chance. Because my dad was teaching me. And I had the opportunity. So now I'm in a grocery store. I'm in school. And I'm also doing a part-time gig as a parking attendant.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was like, that's quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
So where does it come from? I don't know. Maybe God, a higher power, that I had that desire and that ability to do that. So I learned early on to hustle.
Yeah.
I've been a hustler ever since.
It almost sounds like it was a necessity.
That's the key word.
Yep.
When you don't have a choice,
You got to do it.
it was a necessity. So I did that and continued to learn and did what I had to do. I had to do what I had to do to take care of my
Yep.
family and my mom and so on and so forth. It was a shocker. Not to mention I'm grieving.
Right. It's
So
kind of hard to do all that at the same time.
it's kind of hard to do all of that at the same time.
Yeah.
But somehow, as a miracle, I did it. Still doing it.
Yeah. So what happened? Once you say you graduated high school, did you go on to college after that, or?
I did.
Okay.
I went on to college for about 2 years. Realized it wasn't for me.
And a lot of people get that realization.
And I just had so many dreams and so many goals I wanted to reach. Always loved business. I mean, early on, again, I'm taking care of this parking garage deal, getting paid from the people, submitting that money, and I realized, like, oh, I like that. I like dealing with money. I like dealing with business.
Right.
I like talking to people. I like the idea. I think that's when the idea of becoming an entrepreneur was born.
Okay.
Never thought about it like that, but now I'm just
Yeah. Now that you're.
yeah, that's what it was born. So, again, I just went with it and continued to do what I had to do, not just to survive, but to continue to dream continue to aspire
Right.
for better things. I said, man, there's a lot of opportunities out there. I know I'm going to do something big. That was my mindset back
Yeah.
then.
That's a good mindset to have.
Yeah.
And so, what was the next step for you then?
So again, going to college wasn't for me. Got out of college.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I love music.
Okay.
Love music. Man, I do so many things. So I did so many things. So now I'm playing music in my house.
Okay.
Love the Spanish music. Love what I was doing. And I just developed a passion for it.
Okay.
So as I'm developing that passion, I ended up performing in church.
Okay. And
Playing
so,
the drums.
okay, drums,
Played the
like
drums. Played
percussion.
the Spanish instrument called guira.
Guida? Okay.
Yeah. And I was blessed enough to go through the ranks. So I went to different groups until I landed the best band in New York City.
Okay. And what was the name of that band?
Mili, Jocelyn, y Los Vecinos.
I'm not even gonna try to
Exactly.
repeat it. We're gonna butcher it, but
So an amazing experience.
Yeah.
Travel all over the world, Asia, South America, obviously North America, the Caribbean, all over. We traveled Puerto Rico, traveling all the time.
that's cool.
Very cool. I learned a lot, different cultures. I love the music. I did that for 10, 15 years.
Okay.
I still love it. I still do it
Right.
as a hobby.
Right. But
But in my 30s, I realized I needed to do something else. But now, keep in mind, Will, even though I was playing music, I was doing other things.
okay, so like
I could never be still.
what were like some of the side
Network
hustles?
marketing, selling
Okay.
water filters, selling pots, pans,
Okay.
advertising, you name it. And I also had a job.
Right. Right.
You
Always
know.
looking for that side hustle.
Always do 2, 3, 4 different things.
Okay.
Always. That's when I met my wife, my beautiful wife, Christy Frias.
Okay.
Shout out for you, baby. So, I met her playing music. I was
Okay.
24. And, she married a champion. That's all I can tell you. And she's also amazing. I mean, without a strong wife, we wouldn't be where we at.
Yeah, you got to have a strong support
You
system.
gotta have a strong support system. And she always allowed me to do what I want to do. She
That's
always says,
big.
follow your dreams, go reach your goals. Always have. Very supportive. So that's key.
Yeah.
You need a support system at home. And again, see different jobs, different things. Always wanted to do better. Read books. Got myself better. Got myself
Okay.
into personal growth.
Yeah.
Got myself into different seminars. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah, personal development.
personal growth. And also wanted to better myself. I said, in order for me to get better, I need to learn.
Right.
Still learning. I love learning.
Yeah.
So, that's been a journey. That's been pretty much what I've done forever. I've been
Okay.
an entrepreneur forever. I mean, I
And
started at
so-
21.
Yeah, you had the marketing and the sales side hustles,
Yes.
and you're realizing that music was a great hobby, but not the career that you needed. What was your next step from there? Like what was your next opportunity that was going to be your career? I guess.
Got you. So, again, I realized I enjoy business very much. I enjoy sales.
Right.
Love talking to people. Love inspiring people. Love adding value to people. So, once I got me a job in sales, I was so excited.
Yeah.
So excited. So playing music, I went on to get a job in the automobile industry,
Okay.
selling cars.
Okay.
I liked it, but not that much because I like to go get it. I couldn't sit down and wait for people to come
Right, because you're having to wait for customers rather than going and getting deals.
in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotcha.
And, so I did that for a while and I kept searching and looking. When I sold advertising, sold different things, different
Yeah.
jobs. And then finally, I was like 35, whenever it was. I mean, we're talking about 15 years doing different things.
Right.
Different sales jobs, different
Just
jobs.
trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure it out. Traveling, but always providing.
Yeah. Yeah.
My wife says, what now? I was one of those that came home. I'm like, honey, I found this other company. It's going to make us rich.
Yeah.
What is it? It was network marketing. I mean, but I appreciate what I learned in network marketing.
Yeah. No regrets going through anything.
Not at all, because I learned a lot.
Yeah.
I grew a lot. I learned my appetite for being in business just grew.
You got
And
okay.
continue to grow. And I said, my God, I see myself on the stage. I see myself impacting other people. I developed that passion. I see it. I had that vision.
Right.
So doing all those jobs, I ended up moving to Florida finally. Love Florida.
Okay.
Got a job for a company in client service. I was a
Okay.
client service rep.
Okay.
But the goal was to go into sales.
Okay, gotcha.
So I was told, um, we're going to put you into sales, but we want you to learn the business first.
Right. Which it makes sense.
Makes
Yeah.
sense to me.
Right.
I was so excited.
Yeah.
So, said, give us about a year or two. 2 years go by. I go with a big smile, and I said, I'm ready. They said, Ramon, unfortunately, you do not have the degree.
Okay.
I was like, but that's not what I was told. I'm working hard here for
Right.
2 years to get that promotion. Now I don't have the degree. Imagine how that feels. I was so disappointed,
You had a dream ripped away from you, essentially.
completely. But, God works in mysterious ways, I guess. Because I met this gentleman, Robert Glass, to this day, I love the man, said to me, I like your personality. I like your ambition. I like your drive. Why don't you get your insurance license? I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? I show you how to do it. Get your license because I'm going to help you and you're going to make way more money than you're making here. I said, I trust him. Nice man. To this day, we're very good friends.
Okay.
So got into the insurance business in 1995
Okay.
with Allstate Insurance Company, business to business. At
Okay.
that time, it was Allstate Worksite Division.
Okay.
That's when my career started. I did fantastic. I was there for 10 years. Again, got my license, went to work with Robert. He taught me a lot in the business, and I became very successful.
And so you'd say you'd like insurance then? Like,
I love it. I mean,
'cause not everybody wakes up and like, oh, I want to be an insurance agent. when I
no,
grow up,
I didn't
you know?
realize it. But again, it was in my wheelhouse because I love people. I
Right.
love selling. I love making money.
The business.
I
yeah,
love
like-
adding value to others. And it was just like a natural thing for me.
Okay.
I mean, not that I had a lot of training, but it was just like natural to me. Sitting with people, smiling, helping them out.
Right.
Realizing that now that I understand sales more, that sales is all about building relationships. It's all about asking questions,
Right.
right? It's all about building rapport with them. I was doing that naturally before even learning it,
Yeah. Just being the person that you are.
just being myself.
Right.
And people wanted to talk to me, and I did really good for 10 years. Then things started shifting. They started changing.
Okay.
Remember, I was working with brokers.
Okay.
So now brokers were coming in and pretty much taking over.
Okay.
I couldn't compete with.
Okay.
big
I
boys.
got you. Right. Just
So here we go again.
so next opportunity.
So I said, okay, I like the industry. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet.
Okay.
And then I started doing other things again. I went to do other business entities. I was doing coffee sales
Okay.
in network marketing for about 2 years, but I knew that insurance was the deal.
Yeah.
And went back to insurance,
Okay.
even though I stepped out for about a year and a half. Went back to insurance all over the country, selling business to business,
Okay.
traveling with what we call enrollers, business to business, but with individuals. I was considered an enroller.
Okay.
Then I met another gentleman there that says, hey, what else you doing? I said, what do you have?
Yeah.
I'm always looking.
yeah. Like, what's up? Yeah.
What's up? And he said, well, here's a card. Have you heard of final expense? I don't even know what it is. He said, well, it's pretty good. You can make $500, $600 every time you make a sale. I'm like, as opposed to $300 that I'm making here per day? He says, yeah. I said, and I can do both because enrolling was kind of seasonal.
Okay.
Being used to doing 2, 3, 4, 5 different things,
Right. Right.
I'm like, okay, I check
let's
it
do
out.
it. Yeah.
Let's do it. So I called the gentleman, told me how it worked. I said, I'm in. Let's do it. First month, $20K
Oh wow. Okay.
with all leads.
With old leads.
It can be done. If you
Yeah.
have the drive, the desire, and the willingness, it
Yeah.
can be done.
Because you hear a lot of excuses
All day
in
long.
the beginning. With that, I mean, like the leads suck or
But you came with experience. I never knocked on a door before,
right.
ever. And when I was told, Ramon, if you want to make it here, you have to knock doors. I'm like, I never done it, but I'm willing. I want to win. I have a family.
Was there any?
I have bills.
Was there any? I don't want to say fear, but like, I mean, I guess that is a decent word for it. Like, was there any like hesitation in door knocking?
Yeah. I mean, I see, to me, I don't like to question when something works, but I was like, does that really work? People really going to open the door?
Yeah.
He says, well, Ramon, I mean, we're doing $500,000 a month.
Like, okay, well, I guess it works.
I said, that's all I need to hear. I'm like, okay, well, I'm doing it. And they took me out in the field to train me. Nobody opened the door. But you see, that didn't discourage me. No one opened the door. Maybe we had one person open the door and she said, no, I'm not interested. And the guy started talking to me. The gentleman that was training me, Ramon, is part of the business. It doesn't matter. See, my goals and dreams are bigger than this.
Okay.
I have goals, and if somebody can make 100,000 doing this, I'm doing it.
Right.
I'm doing it. So I went with it. It was weird, a little bit uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But again, when your goals are bigger, you don't care.
Right.
I have to get up and do what I have to do.
That,
Did I
that
think
necessity again?
the
Yeah.
necessity? Did I think, what am I doing? Of course I did. Did I think this is really difficult and challenging? I did. But at the same time, I knew that if I kept going, I would be where I'm at today.
And so, that sounds like a great opportunity. You're 20K your first month. What made you leave?
Well, I spent with that company, previous company, 3.5 years.
Okay.
Again, Ramon always wants to win and always want more.
Right.
Great company. I learned a lot. It was fantastic. That's when I developed the love for final expense.
Okay.
During that time, I'm getting letters from Doug Blake, getting letters from Ron Powell. I'm like, I don't know about this company. I mean, I'm with the best company right now.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm realizing, okay, Ramon, now you master the sales side of this thing. You have to start building.
Yep.
So in the building process, I was limited. Yeah, I'm on an 80% contract as a manager in that company.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, I'm bringing people at 60, 70, and I hear these other companies pay better. Right?
Right.
Pay better contracts. And also, I'm limited to what I can recruit. I knew people in Texas. I couldn't recruit them because we cannot do business in Texas because it
So
belongs.
were you just in Florida then?
I was in Florida. I think Florida, Ohio, and like New Jersey. It was like 3 states I could do business.
Okay.
I couldn't even go to Miami. I'm like, but it's my backyard.
Right.
Well, it's not your territory. Go to Tampa. So again, I'm limited because
Right.
I knew people out of state from my
Yeah.
previous experience in business.
Right. Yeah. Network marketing and all that. Yeah, I'm sure.
And I'm
yeah.
like, hey, I launched my business, but you can recruit that person. That makes no sense to me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like, what are you going to recruit from somebody else's business?
So obviously now, exactly, so now Doug is in my ear, and I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go check him out.
Okay.
2017, I'll check him out. Ron flew into Florida, sat with Ron, sat with Doug, sat with Robert. I'm like, I'm in. After 3.5 years.
So what was what was the thing that I guess got you? Like
Well,
the big.
Ron seemed very honest for starters.
Okay.
Doug, I saw the passion.
Yeah.
And they started explaining to me, he's like, Ron, I remember to this day, Ron is like, how is it that you cannot go to your backyard and sell in Florida? Ramon, would you like to have a business that you can build nationwide? I'm like, yeah, I do. Would you like to have a business that you can grow? Would you like to be able to sell on the phone? Would you like to be able to sell, face-to-face in the field? And we have all kinds of leads. I'm like, okay, I mean, that sounds good to me.
That's the whole system. Like where
The
where's
whole
the
system, the culture, the people, the process, the product. I thought the product is pretty good. It's interesting. It's a better product, in my opinion, because now I can write all the way from super preferred to guarantee.
right?
Hence,
There's nobody you can't help.
nobody I can help. More opportunity.
Right.
And then they telling me about legacy. I'm like, this is brilliant, especially for the Hispanic community. They like tangible stuff.
Yeah.
And when I'm sitting with a client, I can say, hey, we're going to have your casket, your vault, your urn, and we're going to handle your entire funeral from A to Z. I was blown away.
Yeah. That's a lot. I mean, there's not a lot of people that do that.
Not a lot of
Or
people
a
that do
lot of
that.
companies that do that. I'd say.
So now it's like, I'm a confident guy when it comes to selling, but now my confidence is even bigger because I know I'm giving you a product that I believe in.
You're providing value.
I'm providing value.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's powerful. So I come to Senior Life, Will, and in 2017, coming from Lincoln,
Okay.
one of my mistakes was started comparing the two.
Okay.
You can't do that. People, if you are moving from one company to the other, you got to understand that not every company is the same. And if you move, you have to look at the opportunity that you came in as an opportunity for you to grow and to build,
Okay.
right? For
Right.
you to build and grow. And not compare the two because not everybody's the same. It's like having one wife, marrying again, and comparing the two. You can't do that.
Yeah.
So you got to look at the positive and what's going right and what can work for you.
Okay.
So 2017, and I'm like, I was a little tired. My back was hurting. I have back issues. Didn't fully understand Doug at the time. We kind of clashed a little.
Okay.
Now we buddies. Now I love the guy.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm out. after 6, 7 months, I said, I don't want to do this.
Okay.
I'm not doing it. I'm going to be a broker.
Okay. And so what was the broker desire? I know a lot of people are brokers and they wonder why, why niche down and do one product or one, you know what I mean? Like one specialty.
I think I thought like most agents, don't leave money on the table.
Okay.
Come do medical insurance. Come do life insurance. Come do Obamacare. Come do Medicare. Come do this. Okay, great. Let me do everything. I'm going to be a broker.
Jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, master of none. And I realized I wasn't the way either. Because going at it, I was selling. I was doing good. But guess what I was selling the most? Final expense.
Okay.
I'm like, I love how simple final expense is. I love it. I'm like, Ramon, what are you doing? But anyway, so I'm doing it. It's all timing, right?
Right.
And I'm doing all right. I'm not doing bad. I said, I'm here to win. I'm paying my bills. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty decent. Doug is calling again. Hey, Ramon, we got to talk.
Okay.
And another gentleman that was with the company also called me up. We got to talk. You got to give yourself the chance. I think this is a great fit for you. We like you. I think you have a great personality. You're a great guy. Why don't you talk to us? Give us the opportunity and give yourself the opportunity. I think you could do much better here.
So what was your initial thought when you got those calls?
I was like, man, I'm doing so much in the
Broker space?
as a broker space. So many companies to learn, to teach my agents. It's like I was consumed because they call me, hey, boss, what product to put on now?
Yeah.
This company, that company. So I was constantly learning different companies. I'm like, man, this is a lot.
Yeah.
Not that it cannot be done, but it was a lot.
It's almost consuming.
Consuming me. I like simplicity.
Right.
And that's what I love about final expense. So I was always to my agent, sell the final expense. But what about mortgage protection? What about this? What about that? It was just a lot.
Yeah.
So the timing, even though I was doing good, Doug is like, I know you're doing good, Ramon, but why not do better? Why not build a solid business? I mean, that sounds kind of good. I said, I sit with you. What do I have to lose?
Yeah.
So, this was back in 2019. Now, after 2017, I was out for about a year and a half. Sat with Doug, had a very good conversation, went over the whole thing, and I said, you know what? I think I need to come back here. But prior to that, when we went out to eat, it was Doug, Robert Shiver,
Okay.
another gentleman that was here, and I can remember, it was like 2 other people. And I'm talking to Robert back and forth, and he's telling me why I should come back. But what stuck with me the most is when Robert looked me straight in the eye, and he said, Ramon, you're 52 years old. What exactly do you want? I know you can do it here, and you know you can do it here.
So what did you want? What did you want?
Exactly that. I wanted to come and build a solid business with a company that I don't have to look left or right, that I can be focused and believe in the company and myself to get me to where I need to be.
Okay.
Where I need to get without all the distractions of 1,000 companies and
Right.
and wondering
a lot
if
of
it's,
extra noise. Like,
and not being focused enough to say, if this really gonna work in my broker business, like, do I really want to do this? And not questioning myself.
Yeah.
Like, what's the next deal? So when he said, hey, you're 52, I'm like, I mean, I'm not that old, but I'm 52 at the time. And that stuck with me. So on the drive back, I said, you like Robert, you like Doug, they sound sincere, you love final expense.
Yeah.
And I made the decision before even getting home. So driving home, I said, I got to do this.
So, like, how far was that drive? Was that like an hour drive or was that
35
like 15?
minutes.
Okay. So you already are on the way back. You're like, you know what? This is what I need to do.
I need to do. Obviously, come back home. I said, honey, she goes, how do you go? I said, he went fantastic. Okay. What do you mean? I said, I'm doing this. And I'm going to make it work and we're going to be just fine. She said, I trust you. I believe you. Go get it.
That's awesome.
And 3 years and almost 3.5 years, it's been phenomenal. It was the right decision to make. You see, I always go back, Will. I tell people, if you look at an opportunity and it makes sense to you and you really believe in it, do it. It's not a race, it's a marathon. But just enjoy what you're doing, believe in what you're doing. Don't come to try it. So many people say, let me try this.
Dip their toe in the pool.
Yeah. Go all in and believe it's going to happen to you because you know why, Will? So many people are winning here.
Yeah.
So many people are winning big. Why not you? Why not me?
Yeah.
Right? So I said, all you have to do is really believe, have the desire to say, I can do this. It's others can do it. It might not happen overnight. like Doug says, this business is not overnight; it's over time.
Right. It's not a get rich quick scheme.
It's not.
It's an actual business.
It's an actual business opportunity. But while you're doing it, you're learning and you're earning
Yep.
and you're building. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be worth it? Yes. Right? And it's so incredible to meet the people that we get to meet.
Yeah.
To say, I found a home. To say, now I can come here and focus every single day, every single morning that I get up. I'm all about seeing your life. Because I found the company, I found the opportunity that's taking me to places. And it's reflecting in my production, my team's production, and my income. So why deviate?
Yeah. Yeah.
People say,
no, totally.
but I'm doing all this stuff. Well, what was your 1099 last year? Well, that's irrelevant. No, it's not. You're doing 10 companies, and I have one girl on my team that's doing one company making almost $200,000 this year.
You can't beat that with a stick. So I want to go back a little bit. What do you think it was? Do you think it was timing? Do you think it was mindset? What was the reason that you left, and then what changed to make you come back?
And like I said, when I left, it's like my head wasn't right.
Okay.
Not like I was all over, but I wasn't prepared for the opportunity.
Okay.
I needed to be prepared mentally.
Okay.
I felt that I was burned out from the other company, which is really not burnout. You're just not prepared or not ready
Right.
to grasp. Remember, I started comparing, which
Yeah.
is a mistake.
Okay.
You
Okay.
can't compare the two. So I thought, I don't want to do final expense anymore.
I'm done with it.
I'm done. I mean, it's great. I like it, but let me go do bigger things.
Okay.
Let me go and become a broker.
Okay.
Let me represent 10 companies.
Yeah.
I make $1 million in 2 years.
Take over the world. All that.
Take
yeah.
over the world.
Gotcha.
You know, and then you go to do that thing, and then you realize the love and the passion is in final expense. So why not do it? I'm not going back to the other company. So when they reach out to me, the timing was perfect.
Okay.
I'm like, you know what? Even Doug is like, dude, how are you doing that? I'm doing good. What are you selling the most? Final expense. He goes, why don't you want to come and represent the company that is the best final expense company on the planet right now? That you don't have to do 6 different companies to get your product out there. You could do it one and keep it simple. You always said, Ramon, you like simplicity. Let's talk. So
Kind of hard to argue with that one, isn't it?
How do you argue that? We got Slice. I mean, you could sell on the phone. You could sell anywhere. And boom, you submit it in and you get paid the next day. I'm like, okay. Ramon, how long are you waiting to get paid with the other companies? I'm scratching my head thinking sometimes a month, sometimes 2 months.
Oh, wow.
And you get paid daily. Now I'm getting all excited again.
Yeah. That
And
fires, you're getting
It
fired
fired
up
me up,
again.
and the excitement was real. I just needed to validate that by
Okay.
meeting with Ron, meeting with Doug, because we talk on the phone a few times. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll let you know. You know?
Yeah.
I'll let you know. It's not an ego thing, but I'm busy. But I'm doing fine. But, again, talking to Doug, Robert flying out to Florida, Ron, I respected that. I said,
Yeah.
man, they're flying out for me.
Yeah.
So, sitting with them, how honest they were, I'm like, this is a no-brainer. This is what I like. This is what I enjoy. I'm coming in. Haven't looked back. 3.5 years. May of 2019. So it's going to be 4 years in May of 2023.
Awesome.
3.5 years, give or take.
And so, Ramon, you've built quite a lot in those 3.5 years that you've been here. And I know you love your people. You love talking to people. Like, tell me about your team.
My team is phenomenal. We're family.
Okay.
We family. I love my team. I believe that, my agents don't work for me.
Okay.
I work for them.
Okay.
They inspire me every day. They go, you inspire me, Chief. No, you inspire me. Because some of the stuff that they're doing is incredible. Like they, Shin Guy,
Mm-hmm.
Yvette, Carmen, and some of the others. Rick, I have so many phenomenal agents that are doing an amazing job. And again, we are family. We are a family, and they inspire me each and every day to do better.
Okay.
When I see their commission, I get super excited.
Because we're all winning at that point.
We're all
Yeah.
winning, and they go, you get more excited about our income than your income. I said, isn't that what it's all about?
Yeah.
It's about seeing you guys win. So at this stage in my life, 55 years old, I know I don't look it. It becomes more of a, let's continue to help people. The money's great, don't get me wrong, but it's not all about the money. Money's the byproduct.
Yeah.
It's what we're doing.
The impact,
The impact that we're causing on people, what we're doing together, what we're accomplishing together. Now I'm thinking, my God, I want to have 10 individuals building, large agencies, doing 100,000 each, 200,000 each. That's when you go to the $1 million.
Yeah.
Now the picture is big, but in order to do that, I cannot do it by myself. I understand that I need them. We need each other, and I don't take that for granted.
Right.
They my team. I love them. I care about them. I genuinely do. I do Zoom meetings on Fridays. We cry together.
Yeah.
We laugh together. I'm a very transparent guy.
Yeah.
And I show my emotion. My
Yep.
wife says, honey, what's wrong, for example? Oh, I'm fine. No, you're not.
No, you're not. Yep.
Mr. Motivator, what's going on? I said, I'm human. So I show my emotions.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
And if one of my agents is going through something, I'm there with them.
So you're not just winning with them and sharing all the good times, but even in the bad times.
Even in the bad times, we
Yeah.
cry together.
That's
I
awesome.
cry to my Zoom meetings all the time. You're going through this, don't worry about it. I got you. We're going to do it together. People go through stuff. Life
happens.
Life happens. I don't get mad. I just, like, people go, what do you mean, go to work? No, I understand. Like, my agents will text me, hey, Ramon, this is what I'm going through. I mean, I have a gentleman, Rick, on my team. I call him Mr. Inspiration.
Okay.
He inspires because he's going through a lot, health-wise,
Okay.
and he's still doing it.
Okay.
And I said, you inspire me and each and every one of us. Because despite the challenges that you're having health-wise,
You're still doing it.
you're writing 5,000 a week. So what's the excuse for everybody else?
Yeah.
And he's doing it. He's like, there's times that I go, I said, Rick, why don't you just take some time off? No, Ramon, I have to do it.
That
I mean-
necessity. Yeah.
How can you not get inspired? How can you shy away or not do my part when I have individuals like that giving all they have?
Yeah.
It is not right for me not to do my part.
It almost pushes you more.
It pushes me more. So when they say you inspire me, I say, no. You inspire me. This girl reached out to me, not to go on a different route here, and says to me, Ramon, I want to do what you do, but I don't think I could be as good as you. I said, you know what? You're right. You cannot be as good as me. You can be way better than me. That's how I feel.
What'd she say to that?
She's like, wow. Not many people said that to me. I said, well, I need you to start believing that.
Yeah.
Because you're amazing. You just don't see it. Don't let me see it. You have to see it.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. I mean, we all bring something to the table. We're all valuable.
Right.
We all can do so much more. So that's why when isn't enough? Never. Because it's not about the money. It's about being significant. It's about continuing to win. It's about continuing to add value.
Yeah.
It's about pushing people forward. It's a whole different ballgame. And that's my calling. It really is.
That's
I love
awesome.
inspiring people. I just love it.
That's awesome.
I found my calling, finally.
Yeah, right. The 55 finally.
Even
got
though
it.
I've been doing it forever, but I was like, okay, this is real. This is it. This is me till I die.
And so I heard you mentioned something about, Doug asking you, do you want to sell on the phone? And, you did a lot of door knocking. And so, I mean, you've done both, right? You've done field sales and telesales.
More field sales. I mean, and I'll tell you a story during the pandemic because I'm one of those people that I said do and then learn as you go.
Yeah.
People overthink everything.
Yeah. Analysis paralysis.
Analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
What if it doesn't work? What if this? I said, look, just do and learn as you go.
Yep.
I opened up a call center in the middle of
Okay.
the pandemic. I never had a call center,
Okay.
but I did it anyway. We learn as we go. We cannot be afraid to make mistakes.
Yeah.
I heard a quote, I think from Pitbull, that said, you don't make mistakes. Mistakes makes you.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a good one, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's pretty good. I love quotes. And I say,
Yeah.
Mistakes makes you. Another quote that I love, that I don't want to forget, Denzel Washington, between goals and dreams, there's discipline and consistency.
Yeah.
That stuck with me.
That's true. I mean,
That's so
that
powerful.
rings so true.
Powerful. And I go, wow. So every Friday I start my meeting with a quote,
Okay.
the entire agency. And then we talk about that quote. Then we get into training, role playing, and all that.
Okay.
But I love because quotes is like have pretty much got me to where I'm at.
Yeah,
and
it's
I get them
almost
out of a book.
like a motivational guideline.
It
you can
it
just repeat
is.
to yourself.
It is because you read a book and there's a lot of content,
Yeah.
but the quotes like say so much.
Yeah.
Right? In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity.
Yeah.
In the middle of every difficulty lies opportunity. Okay, so door knocking is getting challenging, but I have an opportunity.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? I kind of
Yeah.
break them down in my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then so you opened up a call center.
Open up a call center.
How has that gone? Have you gone back to field since?
We're doing both.
Okay, so
Because some of my field agents are like, I don't know about the call center. And I said, guys, I understand, but right now, during this pandemic, we have to eat.
yeah, everybody's got to eat. Yeah.
We got to do what we have to do. You have to pivot. You have to be flexible with your business.
Okay.
Well, I never done it. Do it anyway.
Okay.
And some did. Some did it. Some struggle.
Right.
Some actually emerge. Like it so much that stayed
Okay.
doing telesales. Some are doing both. They became stronger agents. Okay, I'm going in the field this week. Next week I do the phone. I'm never going to tell an agent don't do it because it's still the same company, same product.
Yeah.
So I said, do your thing.
However you got to do it. Okay.
I'm okay with it. Hey, I got leads now, leads the way, and I have TV leads, live transfers. Go do telesales. This week I'm going to go in the field with, what do you call it?
Direct mail?
Direct mail leads.
Yeah.
Go to the field.
Yeah.
Some are doing both, and we're doing good. We're writing $250,000 a month.
Awesome.
Close to.
Yeah.
So it's working. And again, it's me working with them.
Okay.
Me telling them that you can do this. What do you need? Because you see, people say, I want to build a big agency. Great. But do you know what it takes? People underestimate the amount of work. So when people say, I want to be where you're at, I'm not even near where I want to be. But it's a lot of work. You're coaching. You're training.
Right.
Right? You're mentoring. You've been a psychologist.
Yeah.
A psychiatrist. There's so much involved.
So much.
You're putting out fires.
It's a people business.
It's a people business. You're putting out fires, but that's what I signed up for.
Yeah.
I love it. I enjoy it. We cry together. We laugh together. Don't complain. That's one thing about me. I tell my people, don't complain. Bring me a concern. Complaining gets you anywhere. Doesn't
Yeah,
get you nowhere.
complaints don't do anything, but problems you can find solutions to.
All day long. So the call center is there. We're doing it. We're doing telesales. Like any other business, we have our challenges, but we keep pushing through. We keep pushing forward. That's the mentality.
So what's the goal for your team in the future? I mean, we've got, gearing up for 2023 right now. What's your game plan?
See, the game plan, for the agency is $1 million.
Okay.
There's going to be pitch stops. We're going to stop at 500, 700, but the goal is $1 million a month.
Okay.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Once you make up your mind and you put in the work towards that, it's just a matter of time.
Right.
Will it take 2 or 3 years, Will? Probably.
Yeah.
Probably it will.
Yeah.
The goal is in the next 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
And I understand that. Again,
Yeah.
I understand
And
what I have to
attainable.
do.
Yeah,
Right.
because I mean, your upline. Doug.
Doug did it.
Yeah.
And I remember when I came in, Doug was doing maybe a little bit more than what I'm doing now.
Really? Okay.
275, 300,000 a month.
Okay.
3.5 years. So people look at Doug where he's at now.
Right.
As an agency, the Black Group is doing 1.5 million plus per month.
Right.
And I remember when he told me we're gonna do $1 million. We're gonna do $1 million. He's been saying that since I met him.
Right.
5 years in the business, like we're gonna do $1 million. Now, not only we did $1 million, but we surpassed that.
And so now what's he telling you? What's he saying y'all are
So
gonna
I
do
said,
next?
Doug, we're not at 2 million because it's my fault. He said, you mean that? I said, I mean that. I need to be doing 500,000 so we reach 2 millions. I said, can you imagine when I'm doing $1 million, you'll be doing 3 or 4 million?
Yeah.
The sky's the limit.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no cap. Because now where I'm at, some of my managers will be where I'm at.
Right.
It's beautiful.
In that what, like a 3-year time span almost?
Absolutely. In 3, yeah.
That's pretty solid. Like that's pretty quick growth.
It is. It is. And in my head, I'm going, man, I should be doing more. But Doug is like, dude, it's not bad.
Yeah.
You're doing pretty good.
Don't beat yourself up too bad. You're
Right. But Will, is the focus.
Yeah.
Right? The consistency, the respect for the business, the commitment.
Yep.
It takes all of that. Not deviate. I'm a stickler when it comes to being on the calls, doing what we're supposed to do. I hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Because I know, Will, when I tell somebody, give me 3 things. I need you to be positive, have a strong work ethic, and be teachable and coachable. You give me that, and I know you can win big.
Okay.
That's what I asked Chingai. That's what I asked Day. Look where they at. They're going to make 6 figures this year.
So is that mainly what you look for when in your recruits?
I don't look for, you don't have to be a superstar. You don't have to be really sharp. You don't have to be good looking. You don't have to be white, black, or Hispanic. It doesn't matter. I just want that desire. I just want you to come in and say, I want to win. What do I have to do?
Okay.
And that's it. And then I go back, I look at Doug and what he's done.
Right.
That's Mr. Consistency, man. That man doesn't stop.
Yeah.
He doesn't stop no matter what happens. He always say, Ramon, your business is going to go up and down a little bit. That's okay. It's all good. It's business. If you think business all the way up, that's an illusion.
Yeah.
This is going to be bumpy from
Yeah.
time to time.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And that what'd you say a minute ago? The quote.
It was now you're making me think.
Yeah, the mistakes define the or
Oh,
you don't make mistakes, the mistakes make you.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so and that's in business and that's
That's powerful, man.
yeah. It really
know,
is. I like that one a lot.
I do too. I mean, I heard it recently.
Okay.
Like people, he's an artist, but he's like a very positive guy, and that's the type of people I like to listen to.
Right.
Very positive, very on point, always throwing quotes, work hard, that type of deal.
Yeah.
You can do it, persevere. That's really what it takes. I think people underestimate the amount of work it's going to take to build a big business. They really do.
But do you think anybody can do it?
Anybody can do it because think about it. We were talking about this yesterday. People say, I want to own a business, but I don't have the experience, I don't have the money. And they just
They write themselves off before they even get started.
right, or it's just a dream.
Right.
They say, well, I won't be able to do it. And they're dreaming about it for 30, 40 years. People, it's never too late to become the person you're meant to be. But you have to do something. You have to start acting on it, not planning and planning and planning. And the beautiful thing about us, you don't need to have a lot of money to do it.
Yeah. I mean, what, like
Two- your license.
license fee, and that's
$200. You don't need experience.
yeah. You don't have to buy a building. You don't have to buy inventory. Like
And worry about I invested $150,000, $200,000, and now I need to get my money back.
yeah.
I got my money back my first month in the business, my
Yeah.
first week.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
Dude, right,
So
like a policy.
it's right. It's desire, sweat equity,
Yeah.
being teachable, being coachable, doing what you're supposed to do every day, show up, and you'll be surprised what can happen to your life. And the most amazing thing, Will, is, again, it's not just the money, the growth that you're experiencing personally,
Right.
professionally, the people you're hanging around with. It's just a whole different ball game. And I always also say, we do not use senior life to build people. Meaning we don't use people to build senior life. We use senior life to build people.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Like, oh, I'm using senior life to build my business.
Right.
Yes, that's true, but we're using senior life to build you
Right. And to learn. Yeah. I
and
mean,
to learn.
working-
Learning is phenomenal.
it's funny. I read a book recently. I can't remember which one it was, but they talk a lot about how you need to work to learn rather than work to earn.
That's
But
a good
it
one.
almost sounds like you can do both. Yeah, you can work while you earn and learn a lot at the same time with this industry.
Definitely. Another big thing is patience. People don't have the patience. I mean, coming here, it's been 6 months. I'm not winning big. It's been 6 months.
Yeah. Like, come on, give it some time.
Give it some time. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
relax a little.
Yeah.
Be a little patient and understand. People, I got bills to pay. We all do. But you have to let your business marinate. You got to learn the business. It's not a hard business, but you have to learn it. Give yourself time. It's a phenomenal opportunity for anyone, regardless of where you come from. Doesn't matter.
So Ramon, first off, I want to thank you for coming up here because this was awesome. Is there anything you want to leave the audience with, or give any kind of special thanks or anything like that?
Absolutely, man. I definitely want to thank Senior Life Insurance Company for the opportunity they're giving me. Ron Powell, Robert Shiver, the entire staff, all of you amazing people that you have here.
Thanks.
Doug Blake, my friend, my partner, my brother, my wife, my agents. Without them, there's no Free As Insurance Group. They're all amazing. They all inspire me each and every day. And I'm just want to thank God, man, for the opportunity to be alive.
Yeah.
To be thankful for everything that's happening in my life, good, bad, or challenging. We have to be grateful. That's the way to live. It's a mindset. I get up in the morning and say, thank you, God, I'm alive. And I choose to focus in the positive and the possibilities.
And not
that's
dwell
why,
on the negative.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I encourage everyone to think that way. I mean, be grateful, be thankful, but not satisfied.
Well, Ramon, thank you again. And to everybody watching at home, thank you so much for tuning in. Be on the lookout for another All Fired Up podcast next Friday. And make sure you like, subscribe, and comment.
Fire up.